Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 5 Premium Japanese destroyer, Kamikaze R. She has 13,100 health, a top speed of 37.5 knots, 4 120mm guns, 6 torpedoes, a surface detect of 5.4 kilometers, and 2 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduced crit chance on propulsion. For my commander, basic firing training, last stand, superintendent, survivability expert, and concealment. We're on the map Trident, and this is the Epicenter variant. And usually with me, Epicenter turns into a large damage game, and this is no exception. This is going to have a lot of damage potential. We are bottom tier, so that is a disadvantage, but it is not as much of a disadvantage as it would probably be if you were a battleship or a cruiser, a more seen class of ship. Now, I was spotted ever so briefly by the enemy aircraft, and for whatever reason, he pulled back. Maybe he felt like, I don't want to risk my aircraft taking AA fire from friendlies that might be around me, right? I turned off my AA. I mean, it's a single AA at 1, wherein, quite honestly, you don't need to turn your AA off. By the time the aircraft is that close, you're detected. Your AA is never going to extend the range of the detectability for the ship. It quite literally has to be right on top of you. I mean, you can barely see outside of my little icon indication where the AA range actually is. It's just really, really pathetic. So, bottom tier. How do you play in a bottom tier scenario? Well, you don't want to be seen. Goes without saying, but I think it's very obvious. You don't want to be seen. Now, there's only one enemy destroyer that could potentially come out of nowhere and detect me. I decide to be a little aggressive, and I'm going to try and scoot my way through this little gap while sending torpedoes against the enemy Fuso. There's one nice thing about Epicenter, though. Most ships who go towards the center of the map expect to be spotted. They don't read the scenario, because they don't have the information, that it could be a destroyer. So he has no idea until right on top of him. 1, 2, 3, is it going to be 4? No, 3 torpedoes make contact. Causes a flood. Most likely, he has damage control ready to go for the flood. Most likely, he has damage control ready to go for the flood. I don't remember seeing him take damage early on, but apparently he did. You would never allow the flood to do damage to your ship. You would put that out first and foremost. So this is pretty awesome. I didn't really recognize at the time. Oh man, just go after the Fuso. And this is one thing I would like to see put in at some point. A talent that allows the player to spy on the cooldowns that the ship has used. Something that indicates for the team, maybe you have to say out loud, hey, this guy has this many cooldowns on cooldown, or whatever abilities. I like that idea. So I'm going to send my torpedoes again. The reload cycle is pretty fair, and he's still flooding out to our flood. We're still gaining damage on the top right, and it looks like the flood has finally been put out, but oh, it's too late for you, Mr. Fuso. You are, oh man, just at the edge. His bow does him in. Oh man, I'm sure he was like, yes, we're gonna outrange it. No! As the torpedo made contact with the bow of the ship. I'm not complaining though, it worked out. Just as I planned it, right? Just as I planned it. And our torpedoes are up again. And this is why players get frustrated with destroyers. They feel like they have an unfair advantage because they can hide from players, they can do their damage without risking the ship that much. But quite honestly, that Fuso, he was going to die either way. He went into a situation where he was not going to get out of it. The torpedoes did him in, but friendlies could have done the same thing. So really what a destroyer is doing is taking advantage of poor play. And the Scharnhorst is doing the same thing. You don't push forward when you know there is a potential of destroyers. And we do 20,000, 18,000 cause a flood. He's going to put it out with damage control. And my torpedoes are already up. Now you see how I led. First one, forward of the indicator, right? And then the next two were even more forward of that. I am predicting he's going to gain speed. And he's going to try and break to his team. Maybe keep the island in between his ship and most of my friendlies. It looks like I have like 4 or 5, 6. There's a ton of friendlies on the western flank. So that's where I felt like he was going. And initially I thought, oh, he's going to turn away. I'm going to not get any torpedoes on him. And I think that is the case. I think we let him too much. Now, remember, he had to use damage control on my flood. So I'm trying to set him on fire. Oh, crap. Are you really serious? Oh, please don't hit me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Oh, put the flood out. Okay, well, that was played poorly. Who would have thought that a German battleship would have torpedoes? And some of my streamers are just laughing because nearly the exact same thing happened, I think, yesterday. Yeah, I know. Or a day before. Yeah, I know. They have torpedoes. It is 6-kilometer range because they're German. Always remember that. Always be prepared that they could potentially send their torpedoes. And just underestimated my opponent. And now I can never be seen. Absolutely never be seen. I tried to turn away from the aircraft. I was very afraid that it would be scouting me. And we have a friendly with smoke. So we have to get in. Get in the smoke! We were visible for maybe 2 seconds. There could be a potential shot. Please don't fire at me. I think we're good. Now, I sent against the Scharnhorst. Not going to hit him. He's moving off. It's just not feasible. But at least I'm sending torpedoes, right? That's the whole joke with me, is I hold on to my torpedoes too long. I assume too much that the enemy is not going to move into that position, or they are going to move into the perfect position, and I can get massive torpedo damage. So I'm looking for almost an unrealistic torpedo attack. And right at the end of that epicenter cap, I realized, oh wait, I could have helped benefit the cap. The enemy Arpeggio sent their torpedoes. And I'm going to avoid it, of course. I mean, if something sneezes on me, I'm dead. I mean, like, if this shell were to hit me, we got to be careful. We got a friendly, a pink friendly. Wow, there's like 3 friendly ships right on top of each other. We got to be careful around here. Oh, never seen that before in my life. I believe that is the new torpedo animation for the Arpeggio ships. But I could be wrong. Okay, so. Oh man, more torpedoes. Speed up, speed up, speed up. Can't afford to take damage. Well, any damage, we're dead. Any damage. It doesn't matter. It'll be like a citadel doing 300 damage. The person's dead, and you got a big damaging shot, but there was just no health on the target. Okay. So, the teams are pretty equal now. Pretty equal. Most of the enemy is all on the eastern side of the map. That Scharnhorst is still alive. I would love to fire my guns. I just can't. So, next best thing. Send against the Congo. The Congo is moving forward. We move the indicator a little bit forward, expecting maybe he'll flatten it out, maybe turn away. Who knows? And I think these torpedoes will not hit already. Notice the position of the player. I did not predict that he would turn so quickly. I felt like the turn was going to occur later. Now, it doesn't look like he's going as fast as he probably could. In fact, I think he's slowed down. There's no reason for him to be this close to my torpedoes. And he is like turning into them. We're going to get at least 2. Only 2. Causes a flood. It's going to force out damage control if he has it available. He also uses a heal. And torpedoes are back up. Guess what? More torpedoes coming your way, Congo. And I felt like he might break to his port side. Why his port side? Well, he sort of went inside, and I think he wants to go outside. I don't have any other read than it feels like the right thing to do to sort of rotate around the island. And oh boy, he's going to take two. 1, 2, take him out. That is a textbook situation of unlucky. And we get another torpedo right on the nose of the York. And I'm not sure. I don't think that one caused a flood. I wasn't 100% paying attention there. Did it cause a flood? Maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, it doesn't matter. The New Mexico takes the target out. He did a lot of damage there. The York probably panicked. Oh no, my Congo, he's not there anymore. No, he's not. He is not there anymore. And he took the torpedo. He took great big citadel shots from the friendly battleship. And the game's still really close. The enemy team could win this game, but they are not going to beat us. We have a destroyer advantage, and I think the first Epicenter game I ever posted, I basically said, whichever team has the destroyers, they're going to win the game. It's pretty obvious that they have a unrealistic advantage. It's just such a huge advantage over your enemy. You can maintain pressure the entire time without risking any visibility. No visibility at all. And I'm a little dumb. I get a little bit too close. I decide to pop my smoke, though. I had my smoke. It is viable. I felt like the Bayern is going to turn south and turn away. So that's where I let him. It doesn't make sense to go off at the indicator when a player is in a mid-turn, right? Who would do that? And it looks like it's going to work out. Now, I believe he might suspect the torpedoes are coming. So I think he does have damage control, and he's going to take 1, 2, 3, right on the nose. Is he going to die to my stuff? I think he used damage control and put it out. We did earn high caliber with that one, which is good, which is really good. We're still in our smoke, firing on the enemy. And, oh, he's so close to being a dead Bayern. Sorry, history teacher, but we got to take you out. And, oh, what? Blind fire? We set him on fire? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, Atlanta. The Atlanta just kill secured. He just kill secured. We had a fire on him, and he was going to die to the dot. And the Bayern blind fired into the smoke, and a single shell dispersed and took us out. What luck was that? But, you know, it's fine. I don't really care that the Atlanta fired. I enjoyed the game either way, and it was just so typical on the stream. It's like, oh, we're gonna get him. Nope. Not even the kill to give us some joy from that event. All we got was to watch this battleship take us out and a friendly get the kill. So there's only 2 enemy ships left, the Warspite and the aircraft carrier. We have all 3 points. This is so over. There's no way they can really come back. But if you notice, the Epicenter doesn't tick up that fast. It doesn't feel like an immediate victory when you have all 3 points. But, oh boy, the Warspite. If there's one thing the Warspite's really good at, taking damage. It will take more damage than any other ship in the game. I cannot believe how consistent this ship is at taking damage. It has a great caliber gun. It can do a lot of great things, but oh my, if it is the center of attention, it's gonna just melt. Now my team, they're trying really hard. They're trying really hard to take this guy out. I can't believe it. Come on, get the Warspite dead. Just finish the game, okay? The Atlanta is firing his guns. The 3 battleships are trying. They're not really doing as much damage as I would have liked them to do. The Atlanta has set, I believe, 2 fires on the Warspite. And, oh, okay, I think this is looking good. Ooh, that was a good shot, 3K. The Atlanta, is he going to get the credit? Ooh, the Koenig shoved it in the water. And the Atlanta gets to burn the target down. Now, This is the Kamikaze R on Epicenter, and it worked out pretty well, right? Bottom tier, who cares, right? It's a Japanese destroyer. It doesn't really matter. We earned high caliber, 2 kills, but it was really 3 kills. 158,000 points of damage, 14 torpedo hits. 14, and it was great. It was more than I could ask for. We did 1,994 base XP, 6 away from the 2,000 mark. That's great. The Atlanta did a good job. The Koenig did a great job. The Pensacola, the New Mexico, everyone did a great job. That Scharnhorst was a fairly good player, I think. But we just took him out of the fight. He just couldn't do anything after all that damage he sustained. Most of my damage, of course, torpedoes, but significant flooding and fire damage. And that's about where you want it to be for the Japanese until the changes come. I hope it was fun seeing all those torpedoes. I know, hey, this is how Japanese play. It is, and I like it. It's fun for me to watch the torpedoes slowly go into the enemy and for them having no way to stop it. I will be streaming later today in some destroyers. I don't think I play enough of them. And using the dragon flags. Hopefully you're enjoying your dragon flags. They're great for commanders. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.